Bells Beach, presented by Bonzoy. Elimination. Heat number 2 out in the water. Maxime Huscenot catching up with the French surfer. And Huscenot attacks the lip, survives the explosion behind him. And we're going to be waiting for that score opening ride for Maxime Huscenot. He's out in the water.
He's made it through, and now he's got to get through this heat to have any hope of making that mid-year cut.
Yeah, Rosie, the 30-year-old rookie right here on the replay, Maxime Huscenot.
Yeah, it seems like he's taken a leaf out of Liam O'Brien's playbook. Start early, start strong. Maxime, good to see him on some open water and banging this last section. Comes down very impactful. So Liam started early.
So difficult for Indonesian surfers to travel to these, colder climes.
Here he is, Rio Waida, the first Indonesian to qualify for the championship tour. Rio very patient, setting up for this inside section. Came here at DeBell's nice and early to get acquainted.
He was looking pretty good, but at number 7, he was looking to move up into the 5.
Yeah.
This doesn't help.
Yeah, certainly doesn't. But like to your point, he's got that throwaway. Should be good for him. Rio Waida on the replay, Rosie.
Yeah, looking at Rio just eyeing off these sections, it looks like that board is just cutting through those lumps and bumps so well. Gets a little hung up there. I think Richie Lovett on the VIP headset.
He's really slotted in so well to the CT. He came on as a wild card and just earned his right all the way through. Just kept winning and winning, and now he's a mainstay. But his opponents out here, Maxine, is opened up with that 517.
Yep, and this is going to be Maxime Huscenot's backup wave, right? Mamiya right behind him. Barron Mamiya slicing the sharp eye through. Some foam there. Gets to it early for a nice carve. Goes complete, Barron Mamiya. So now we're going to have a mix-up out there, Rosie, with the surfers. We did get a score dropping for Maxime Huscenot. He started with a 5.17.
The surfers going to a little more length in their boards. And it seems like that's really been helpful for Rio on that last wave.
And right behind him, Bugs, Barron Mamiya, also on one of those sharp eye surfboards as we acknowledge those CT Shaper ranking.
He's trying to survive the cut, and now we've got the greatest surfer of all time trying to survive the cut here at Bells Beach on Easter Sunday.
A parallel universe right there between golf and the World Surf League in that way. We see Rio Waida finishing off. You have Kelly Slater. I mean, we got a lot to say about him. He's got 4 bells to his credit, and when we look at the longevity of his career, winning his first bell in 1994, defeating Martin Potter out here, Rosie. Maxime Huscenot behind him. Nothing going on there. And it looks pretty challenging out there in the water.
Even though you don't really see it on the vision, and here we go with Rio, it's interesting to see him challenging out in these sort of conditions. Nothing like what he gets at Indo, that's for sure.
Yeah, Rio Waida with a couple carves. You can talk us through this. What are you seeing, Rich?
Yeah, and what the judges are looking for here is they're chasing that last section, and we saw in the last heat, the turns that weren't hitting in those big sections weren't getting very good score.
When I first came on, Nat Young and Midget Farrelly won their world titles as teenagers, and it was like swimming, it was like you're old at 25.
Barron Mamiya currently with a 4-point ride in his scoreline, sitting in 3rd. It's tight heat so far. Mamiya backed it up with a 4.6. He's in the lead. Barron Mamiya in 3rd place. Bugs Barron needing a 3.15. And Rio Waida live action here. The busiest out of the surfers out in the water. This is wave number 4 for Rio Waida. Came here nice and early to get to know Bells Beach. We're going to see if that's going to pay off for the Indonesian. Lines up here for a nice finish. Little snap turn there. Fist pumps, and he feels like he bettered his 2.83. What do you think, Bugs?
Well, he got some moves on the outside. I mean, as Rosie on that earlier wave was a much bigger wave, but he got caught on that last maneuver. He only got a 2.83. So it just goes to show, it's not the size of the wave or anything, it's the quality of the maneuver.
Some of the moves and finding that critical section. You can tell though, like he's so active on this wave. He's definitely engaging that rail, even on the flat sections. He's looking busy. He's got his eye on the prize. He's finding these sections as they cup out in front of him. So he finishes that ride.
Replay here. This is what happened during the break, Rosie, with Maxime Huscenot.
Yeah, Maxime flexing his priority. So Barron had to get out of the way as we see him trying to find those little bit of walled out section. Lays into that one. So first hit a little soft, and then that second hit is where he got a little bit of work done. Then this wave goes a bit sleepy through that midsection. It's all about this end ball connection.
Really broken free.
Some tap dancing there for Maxime Huscenot. Dropped down to second place. Not going to find anything to help his scoreline on that ride. Rio Waida will be sitting out the back with opportunity and a priority. That was a 4.17. Did not change the situation for Maxime Huscenot. He remains in the lead. Live action here. Barron Mamiya. A lot of white water to contend with. Mamiya hanging on. The surfer from the north shore of Oahu. He's used to some power. Finds a finish. Needs a 4.48 to go into second place and advancing position at the 12-minute mark.
Victoria yesterday, well known for different, what do you say, 4 seasons in a day.
4 seasons in a day. So take a look at the replay here. Barron Mamiya on his effort again. He needs a 4.48, Rosie.
Yeah, I mean, those sections were frothy and a little bit dirty, but Barron did some good work on the outside, and then ending off with that turn. I'm going to put myself out there. I think he got the score. I think we're going to see Barron change positions. This move right here gets critical in that top third, which is so cool to see. I mean, that's going to, for me, my favorite wave of the heat. So I think Barron's definitely going to slingshot himself in potentially the lead.
You know, like just the power of it, I feel it, and it's real. It's quantifiable.
But the Hawaiians do so well here, Cops, as you see Rio.
Got a long history of a great Hawaiian surfers taking out bells. Here we go, Rio Waida. He wants to take out one for Indonesia. He needs to get through this heat first. In third place, he needs a 5.11 on this wave. Nice busy work here. Double up section on the inside. It's going to present itself in front of Waida. Snap. Bouncy bounce and the finish. So Rio answering the call.
Enough into it, not quite radical enough. Let's see what he gets on the outside, Rosie.
Yeah, it's just a shame that he didn't get that first opening maneuver. That wave shut down in front of him before he could get anything done. And then he starts to utilize that rail. But this is a lot of lateral movement through this dead section here, Bells, as it starts to double up over here. This is where he has to get more critical. He's very engaged in what the wave is doing, but then almost kind of in two minds as he meets that oncoming section.
Right behind him, Barron Mamiya on the answer back. This is our heat leader. Little check turn from Mamiya. Another just lip glide. Not much going on so far. Kicks out in front of Rio Waida, and a paddle battle will ensue to the to the jet ski pickup. That was a 4.27 for Rio Waida. He remains in third place. There's a replay bugs of Barron Mamiya. This will not change his scoreline this wave, but Mamiya will remain in the lead here at the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, well, Barron was looking to improve on that low point, that 4-point ride. He just scored the high point, the 5.83. This one back and forward, and then he's looking for a great finish here, and it's just looking pretty ordinary. But
yeah.
And then he pulls through. Maybe he pulls through there going, well, I'll try and get the ski back out. Waves it off.
Switching back to live action. Mamiya, the heat leader, keeping it clean on rail on that opening carve. Winds up off the bottom. Hacks it off the top. A little bit of a layback action there. One more time. Quick feet to get back into that section. Comes across the crease here. Oncoming section. Bangs it with authority, but goes down. It does not get the finish. Take another look at it, Rosie.
Yeah, he kind of bides his time on the bottom there, links in through that carve maneuver. I like this two-turn combo that he does in the midsection of the wave. I thought this was really cool, the way that he was able to kind of mix it up. Finds this section, lays that back arm, so a little bit of a point of difference on a wave that could have just gone lateral, and then karate chops that section. But it's all about this finishing move. I mean, that was going to be the meatiest section. That was where
It was definitely going to go into the 6s, I feel. Yeah. It still might improve on the 4, though. He did some handy work through that midsection. That was a different kind of wave for Bells.
And it will also be Maxime Huscenot advancing into the round of 32. Rio Waida, the rookie. Tough one, Bugs.
Well, both heats so far, the ones that desperately needed to survive have.
Survival on display here in the elimination round. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.